I am ready.
Hey there, everybody. This is Tommy G here with,
Pete J.
and it looks like we are just about to start the final series of the Super Mega League 2 Championship again with the Buzzards and the Freebooters. And boy, it's been a long time coming, hasn't it, Pete?
It certainly has. It's been a long road to get here, but it is exciting to be here, Tommy.
We were talking before the camera started rolling. Freebooters are on pace to do so far they played 6 games. Like, it's possible they go a 9-game playoff series. The regular season was only 16 games, so already they're going to go at least half of the regular season in the postseason.
Yeah. It's been a long. I mean, the Freebooters have made it very, very fun, very, very interesting. But boy, they've kept us on the edge of our seats, haven't they, Tommy?
They have. This game is lined up to be a good one. Now, the Booters have played 2 3-game series, and the Buzzards have only played 2 2-game series. They've swept them both with commanding style. I think this game is going to be one of the toughest ones in this series because both teams can lose a game here. So neither one is playing tense. You know, you don't want to be too tense on one hand. On the other hand, you don't want to be too relaxed. You want to be loose. They're both going to be in that situation. They're both going to be confident enough to know what they do. They'll both be playing their game. So I think we may see some of our best baseball in this first game.
Yes, that's true. But coming in, the other thing is with the Buzzards being the defensive experts and the way that the freebooter pitching has been just chewing people up and spitting them out. It's going to be a tight one. It's hard to call which way this is going to go. Definitely.
It's going to be fun to watch. We're going to go to the. Oh, oops! I was looking at the regular season there. I don't need to look at the regular season. I want to go back to the pregame bracket here. We're looking at the league championship game 1 of 3. Like you said, the bullpen beats against the defensive experts. As far as pitching goes, we're looking at Kent Ratherswell on the mound. Not a whole lot of velocity on his pitches, although he's up on a little everything. He's got some good junk, but he's got really good accuracy. He's on the uptick. He's 1-0 in the playoffs. He's got a 2.0 ERA and a .56 WHIP. And he's going off against Meow Bupkins on the mound for the Buzzards. She's got about the same amount of velocity, not quite as much junk, and she's highly accurate too. She's 1-0 in the playoffs with a 0 ERA.
Yeah, and Ratherswell's got 13 strikeouts in his one appearance in the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's like I said, the Verde's with 18, Noel's got 16, Ratherswell with 13. So all of these pitchers having Verde I guess has had 2 appearances in the playoffs, but that's a pretty good for Ratherswell. So it's going to be a tight one for sure.
Yeah. These notable players, the usuals for the Freebooters. You got Stockton Brickhouse, the center fielder. He's hitting .348 in the playoffs. He's on the uptick. He's in the zone. Guns Jackman at shortstop. He's hitting .346 in the playoffs with 2 home runs, and then Woodman at first base. He's also on the uptick. He's hitting .500 in the playoffs with 2 home runs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And then over there for the Buzzards, they're notable players. You've got M. Mustachio over at third base, and he is playing out of his head. He's hitting .400 with a home run. B. Bunterson at short, again playing better than his lifetime averages. He's hitting .412, and Jay Often, the catcher, hitting .250 with no home runs, which isn't really a whole lot to write home about, but still pretty good.
Yeah. In sort of a unique situation here, every team we've faced so far, I mean, through the regular season, we're able to come back with a little bit of something we played against here. We've never seen these guys play, so we have nothing to.
Yeah.
We have no gauge.
No. Yeah, we don't even know where they play, for crying out loud. We're still in the neighborhood trying to find a where are we at.
What about keys for the game?
So yeah, this is.
Oh, sorry.
I think the pitcher Ratherswell and all the pitchers in the next 3 series have to continue to throw the ball like we've seen them do already in the playoffs. we need to hit, and we got to figure out a way to hit it where they're not, because this team being defensive experts, you're probably not going to get too many cheating singles. You're going to have to hit it where they're not.
Yeah.
And then be smart on the base paths. I think that's key too. And until you can build yourself up a lead, you're going to want to play probably conservative on the base paths. Don't give anything away, in other words.
Yeah. I can sort of add to both of those things you said. And as far as offensively goes at the plate, I think, too, one of the things they want to do is they want to be patient up there and not swinging at everything. In other words, if the pitcher's going to walk you, let him.
There's no walks.
We often don't give them a chance. Sometimes it seems like they're trying to walk us, and we're just swinging at absolutely everything. We don't want to work against ourselves. Like you said, we want to get that pitch count up. And then defensively,
That's
I think,
true.
again, we've been doing well, not making the mistakes. I think if they could add on top of that a little bit of anticipation, where they're trying to make sure that they're ready for each play, and they've got a plan A and a plan B. They know once this guy hits the ball, where are we going with the throw?
Right.
Who's got speed on the bases? Who's likely to take an extra base? Do we need to send the infield towards the lines? Is this guy hitting foul balls on the lines and we want to play the lines, or do we got to send the outfield back or in or something? If they could be a little bit more proactive in those areas, I think that would really help.
That's true. Try to play the batter or situational, like you say. If you got people on base and you got a slow runner maybe at first, definitely come in at double play depth and try and take both of them. So exactly right, Tom. I agree with you wholeheartedly, my friend.
All right,
as I always do.
Looking at the starting lineups, first to say, I'm sort of on the side. Oakley Stiff's still injured in right field. He's not 100%. He's going to be out this first game.
That's a shame.
I know. As far as everyone else that's in the lineup, I think we're pretty good to go with who we have. We got Patience Evergreen at left field. Excuse me. She's doing well. Sturdy Woodman is at first base. He's locked in, so he's going to be starting there. Guns Jackman at shortstop. There's really no one on the base who's going to do better than him. Stockton Brickhouse, the center fielder. He's locked in, so he's in the game. Murky Nubswebbles in right field. He's locked in. He's in for Oakley Stiffs, so both. That's a gimme. Bad Hot Brown at third base. He's also locked in. Walker Runs at second base is on fire. Landon Ferris is backup, but there's no way Landon's going to see time today unless Walker hurts himself.
Right.
Rocky Backstop at the catcher. Backstop could start, or we can go Jermaine Rains. What are you thinking there?
Well, I think Rocky Backstop had a pretty good game last game, and he came in for a struggling Rains. So do you want to, I mean, much like Patience Evergreen, do you want to give Rains another opportunity here in the first game? But if he still struggles, we won't hesitate to pull the trigger and bring Backstop back in.
That would work for me.
Okay, so we'll start with Rains, and like I say, if he's still having trouble, we'll bring him back.
Yeah, Rains has got a little bit bigger of an arm, although he's still not throwing anybody out at second as of yet.
Yeah.
And then obviously on the mound, Ratherswell, who luckily is locked in, and he's highly accurate, so we're hoping to see a big game from him. He's got the four-finger, the curve ball, the slider, the changeup, and the fork. In the last 3 games, he has not pitched, so he is raring to go. And it looks like we're getting ready to go down to the field. Pete, are you ready for this?
I'm waiting. I can't wait to see where we're playing. Oh, Sakura Hills.
Sakura Hills out there. This is the out near the San Francisco area. So they share a park apparently, or their stadium's being renovated, so they're playing. I forget who is Sakura Hills who played. The Moose were playing in Sakura Hills.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Huge conference in double.
That was kind of old. Sakura Hills is a beautiful stadium.
It is.
We got for the Buzzards. We got B. Bunnerson at short. G. James in center field. I missed it. Oh my God. All right, coming up in the first, Patience Evergreen, Sturdy Woodman, and Guns Jackman facing off against Meow Bubkins, who has a zilch ERA.
Number 9, the left field.
Patience Evergreen's hitting .238 in the playoffs. First pitch from Bubkins is a strike.
Oh.
Swing and a miss by Evans, who's in the hole 0-2. There's a shot out into left field. High and deep, but Ralph Borgens is under.
Sturdy Woodman is hitting .500, like we said, in the playoffs. He's got 2 home runs, too. Sturdy takes that first one. It's a ball. 1-0 the count. Top of the first inning. Sturdy's out a day early on that one. It evens the count 1 apiece. Bubkins throws 2 balls in a row. Now it's 2-1 the count. Woodman, good eye, but he's a little early on that one again. That changeup really gets him, even 2 apiece. That one's inside. It's a full count, 3-2 here in the first inning. Woodman goes for it, and he pops it right to the shortstop, Bunterson.
Now batting, number 27.
Guns Jackman stepping in, 346 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs in the playoffs. Bases empty in the top of the first with 2 outs. Jackman swings and misses, 0-1. Fouled that one off, back behind the plate, out of play, 0-2. Hopkins is outside for a ball. She inside out that with he inside it out and that foul ball up the middle into center field for a clean single. Guns Jackman standing at first with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. That'll bring Stockton Brickhouse.
All right, we get a single there. Stockton's hitting .348 in the playoffs. Stockton is a good contact hitter. He's doing well with power here. That one's inside, a ball 1 there. Runner at first. Brickhouse hits it right back to the mound, though, and Bubkins throws it to Joseph Trunk at first to end the side.
Coming up in the bottom of the first for the Buzzards, Bunterson, Geronimo James, and Joseph Trunk. Ratherswell's got a 2.00 ERA. Buttons Bunterson's hitting .412 in the playoffs with an RBI. Ratherswell is on the mound. First pitch, a little high, ball 1. Swing and a high fly ball into a home run. First ball game. Out of the park, 381 feet to left field, straightaway left field. Steve Bunterson's first home run and second RBI of the playoffs.
Boy,
the Buzzards are out to a 1-0 lead.
That thing was almost in the dirt. I don't know how he caught that thing.
I don't. Yeah. Geronimo James, the center fielder, steps in. Popped it up. First baseman's just in the foul territory. Gets underneath it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting,
Joseph Trunk, the first baseman, hitting .133 in the playoffs with 3 RBIs. Trunk is tense. It's a shot into left field. Patience on the run is able to reach out and pick it off for the second out. 2 outs. Third baseman Mario Mustachio stands in. He's on fire. Outs. First offering by Ratherswell's outside for a ball 1. Swing and a miss. Mustachio evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Slow roller back to the pitcher, who picks it up, throws out, makes the throw to first to retire Mustachio. Coming up at the top of the second, Murky Nubs wobbles. Bad Hop Brown and Walker runs. Meow Bubkins has thrown 16 pitches and given up 1 hit. Murky Nubs wobbles hitting .444 in the playoffs with 1 home run and 2 RBIs. First offering from Bubkins is a strike. Second one's inside. 1-1. Smash to the second baseman. Makes the grab, throws the
drops it.
First baseman bobbles the ball. Nubs is safe at first.
The third baseman.
Bubkins seems to come to the plate really quickly, Tom.
Yeah. Bad Hop Brown is a good contact hitter. And he watched that first one in there for a ball, 1-0 the count. There's a lot of speed at second base there. That one's strike inside corner. And there it goes. Rolls, and that one's back. Bad Hop crushed it to left center. That's gone, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cannoli. That ball was nailed. Way to go. 2-run homer, 460 feet. Bad Hop Brown, his 3rd home run and 7th RBI in the playoffs, and the Booters take the lead just like that.
Now batting.
All right. I like to see that. Walker runs, hitting .435 in the playoffs with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Bumpkins' first offering is attempted but missed first strike. High and outside for a ball. 1-1. 1-2. The second one caught the inside corner. 2-2. Bumpkins is a swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Bumpkins, she is rapid fired, and Jermaine Raines coming back in here
is.
for his game. He's a good contact hitter. He's only hitting 153 I think in the playoffs. The first one comes across the plate, inside corner, strike 1. Second one's a little low, ball, 1-1 the count. Raines gets that one up the gap. That's going to make it through, but they're going to hold him up at first. Good play at right field to keep him there, but a good single by Raines.
Now batting.
Ratherswell stepping in. He's hitting 500 in the playoffs, Tommy. There's no speed over at first base.
Dropped it again.
Another, bad play at first
thrown
base.
out at second, but they miss him at first.
Patience Evergreen step up.
Evergreen to the place, and you got Ratherswell at first base, but Evergreen hits that right to Bunkerson at first base, or shortstop, sorry, gets the out.
Coming up in the bottom of the second, Jacques Oftan, Spitz McKinney, and Ralph Borgnar. Ratherswell's thrown 7 pitches.
Now batting, number 23, the catcher.
And that's all I know. Oftan is hitting .250 with 1 RBI in the playoffs.
Oftan is a power hitter, and the way things are going now, Ratherswell's got to be careful of the long ball. That was strike. They're going to be. The outfield's playing deep. That first one, 0-1 the count. I'm sorry. That one's hit to second base. It's going to be an easy grab for Walker runs. Sturdy Woodman for the first out. 1 down.
Number 14.
Spitz McKinney, who's locked in. He's hitting .333 in the playoffs. Is McKinney. McKinney is a solid contact hitter. 2-1 Freebooters. First ball in there. Bottom of the second. 2-1 Booters. 1 ball. No strikes. That one's a strike on the outside corner. Evens the count 1 apiece. 1 out. Low pressure situation for Ratherswell here. That one is popped up, and that's going to be an easy out. Underneath it as Walker runs, waving it off at second base. He grabs it for the second out.
Now batting, number 28, the left field.
Ralph Borgnar hitting .412 in the playoffs. He's locked in. He's doing better than usual. He's a contact hitter, so Ratherswell's got to be careful pitching to him. And he is. Comes high and inside there for the first one. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Ratherswell delivers that one. It's a little bit low and away. Ball 2. Ratherswell's got a nice quick snap delivery. That one has popped up on the left side. Oh, he just misses it. He wasn't really paying attention at first there, but foul ball, 2-1 the count. Fools him on that one. Strike 2-2, even count. Curveball right in there, gets him watching for the third strike, and that ends the side.
Top of the third, Tommy. Sturdy Woodman, 0 for 1. Guns Jackman, 1 for 1. And Stockton Brickhouse, 0 for 1. Meow Bumpkins has thrown 32 pitches with 1 strikeout. And she's got an ERA. Finally an ERA of 1.17. Woodman's 0 for 1 today, hitting .481 in the playoffs. A smash into right center field. It's going back. It's misplayed by the center fielder. He's going to pick up a double here, Tommy.
Awesome. Way to go, Woodman there. Good heads-up baseman.
Stand-up double.
Number
Start the inning.
And up to the plate strolls Guns. He's 1 for 1, hitting .370. Guns is putting him in his outfield single position. Guns crushes that foul to the left side. 1-1 the count. He smashes that one foul to the right side. If he just splits the difference here, he'll get a nice single. Oh, and he's a day early on that third pitch. Strike 3, out 1.
Now batting, number 3.
Stockton Brickhouse 0 for 1 on the day, hitting .333 in the playoffs. He's got 3 RBIs.
Oh, Brickhouse hits it up in the center field. They field it clean. They're going to hold him up at first base. Runners in the corners. Looking good here, Pete.
Now batting, number 4.
Yeah.
The right fielder.
Up to the plate comes
He's going to try and push it.
Nubswobble. This is 0 for 1, but he's hitting .400. They got runners in the corners. There's 1 out. Nubswobbles gets that up the gap, and they're going to get there, and they get a run off it. The RBI single by Nubswobbles, who's the best player on the team.
Number 25.
Bad Hop Brown, 1 for 1 with a whole 2 RBIs today. Been a first and second.
Hits that to the second base for the first out and the third double play.
Yeah. Coming up for the Buzzards in the bottom of the third, Emilio Idoa, Miel Bubkins, and Bunterson, who's 1 for 1 with a home run today.
Now batting, number 22.
Emilio
the second
Idoia. How do you pronounce that, Tommy?
I think Idoia, I believe.
Idoia, okay.
Idoia or I don't?
Idoia. Idoia.
you doing?
Idoia. Playing second base. He's tense. He watches the first one come in a little low, ball 1. Ball 2, 2-0. Bottom of the third, Freebooters with a 3-1 lead over the Buzzards. Next offering gets him chasing, he swings and missed. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Little outside, 3-1. Idoia with the good eye, 3-1. That's fouled off into the dugout. 3-2 along the first baseline. 3-2.
That's right up the middle. Oh, good attempt.
Right up the middle. Base hit up the middle, just out of the reach of the diving second baseman.
Number 45.
Right on first.
The pitcher.
Now watch for that double play.
No
here.
outs. There's a lot of speed at first base. Okay. First one's inside. Ball 1. 1-0.
Get him! Come on!
Just beat him. Just beat the throw. Idoia went from first to second on a close play at the bag. 2-0 to Buckins. Ball 3. 3-0. Idoia standing on second. No outs. Bottom of the third. Strike 1. 3-1. Hopkins watched that one sail by. Hopkins is pitching today. Idoia. Oh, foul tipped. Just along the third base line for strike 2. Count is full. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Or rather well.
Now batting, number
1 out.
69.
Buttons Bunterson, 1 for 1 with a home run. He's hitting .444 in the playoffs. This guy is dangerous.
He is indeed. Hits that to first. He'll run it down himself for the second out.
Now batting, number 13.
2 outs. Man on third. Idoia was able to move from second to third. He took off before the hit, actually. He was going to try and steal. But Geronimo James, the center fielder, steps in.
Oh, he jumps out of the way of it, and there's the run.
Oh. Okay.
Now batting,
It was,
number 42, the first baseman.
Got a little bit of a fielding error by the second baseman who dove when he probably didn't need to, and so he reached first. He was safe.
Get somebody!
Safe.
Come on, man!
Again, runner on first, stole second base. It was a close play, but
Jump!
no.
Oh, get it first! Oh, wow! He almost waited too long. Got the third. Oh boy!
A little bit of trouble out there in the field in the bottom of the third there, Tommy. I'm sorry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Top of the 4. Walker runs 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Jermaine Raines 1 for 1, and Kent Ratherswell, who's 0 for
Now
1.
batting, number 23.
Walker runs hitting
the
417,
second
2 home runs, 6 RBIs in the playoffs. Standing in against Buckles.
Watches the first one there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Second one, he pops up down the right side, foul. 0-2, he's behind quickly. Good eye on that one. Doesn't swing at garbage. Inside, ball 1. That one's in there, and he hits that one right up the middle to Geronimo James. He's going to hold him up at first in center field.
All right. Base hit.
Now
Geronimo,
number
Jermaine
13.
Raines, I'm sorry, 1 for 1 with a single. He's hitting 200 in the playoffs. We got some speed at first. No.
Oh, whoa. Holy cow. Sacrifice bunt.
All right, sacrifice bunt
Number
by
59, the
Walker
pitcher.
runs over to second base. Yeah, Ratherswell steps in. Man on second, 1 out.
One out there. Raswell gets that one, pushes it left. Foul. 0-1 the count. Man at second base. An outfield single away from. Ooh, that one's inside. Strike 2. He watches that one. Third one is in there, but he swings, gets that up the middle. Oh, and it's stopped. Oh, and they beat him at second for the second out, but he advances the runner to third.
Batting, number 9, the left fielder.
Man on third, 2 outs. Patience Evergreen steps in. Single scores a run. First offering by Buckins is in there for a strike. Strike 1. Second one's high. Ball 1. 1-1. Shot. Oh, shot to the shortstop and reaches up to the glove and pulls it in for the third out. Going into the bottom of the 4th, Mario Mustachio, Jacques Austin, Spitz McKinney, Kent Ratherswell's thrown 34 pitches, 2 strikeouts, giving up 3 hits. He's got an ERA of 3.
Now batting.
Boy, we're still just 1 run away
the
here.
third baseman.
Yeah, it's a tight one. It's a tight one.
Mustachio's 0 for 1 here. Mustachio is locked in. He's a power and a contact hitter, so he's dangerous. He could tie this game up. First one's inside, ball 1, 1-0 the count. Bottom of the 4th inning, 3-2 Booters. 2 balls, no strikes. Low pressure situation. Mustachio pops that one up to the left side, but the shortstop Gunz Jackman's waving it off. He's going to get it easy. We're out number 1.
Now batting, number 23, the catcher.
Jacques Austin.
He's 0 for 1, hitting 230 something in the playoffs. He's not a huge threat, but he is a power hitter. He's pretty calm up there with the bat. He hits that one. Oh, I hit the wrong button again. That one's hit just foul on the left side. And that one going up the middle, and he's going to go over to first base and get the out for out number 2. 2 down.
Batting, number 14,
Spitz
the right
McKinney
fielder.
is
Spitz
locked
McKinney.
in. He's a contact hitter. So he's got to put this somewhere where it's going to be hard to put it into play very well. That's low. He pops that one up. Back forward is Raines. Makes the grab for the third out. Whew.
All right. Top of the 5th, 3-2 lead for the Freebooters. Stevie Woodman, Gunz Jackman, Stockton Brickhouse heading into the batter's box against Meow Buckins, who's thrown 52 pitches with an ERA of
Now
1.86.
batting, number 24,
Woodman,
the first
1 for 2
baseman.
with a double.
So Buzzards are Oakland. That's right. Woodman watches that first one come inside. Ball 1, 1-0 count. It's just a pitching machine. Hey, Woodman hits that up the middle, and that's going to get up to the gap. He's going to hold up at first. Good fielding there by the Buzzards. Nice single by Woodman.
Now
Gunz
batting,
Jackman
number
stepping in. He's 1 for 2 on the
27,
day with
the
a single.
shortstop.
He's hitting 350, 2 home runs in the playoffs. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Shot up the gut into center field. Everybody's safe. First and second. Nobody out. This is the start of a rally here, Tommy.
This looks good. This Stockton Brickhouse is somebody you like to see there. He's 1 for 2 hitting 360. Brickhouse has no outs to play with here, and he hits that one, and it's going to jump right over the middle, and they're going to get the runners going around, and they're going to try and throw him at third. He slides in, and a nice single, but he advances the runner from first 2 bases and goes home. Another run for the Booters.
That's right. Murky Nubswubble stepping in. We got men in first and third. Still nobody out. Nubswubble swings, fouls that one off along the third baseline for the first strike. Another fouled off the third baseline. Calls, clears up the signals. That one's inside. 1 and 2. shot. For the shortstop, he flips over to second for one, over to first for the double play, but the score,
Number 25.
the player from third is able to cross the plate for another run. Now Bubkins is going to get pulled here, Tom. They're going to bring in Max Texas.
They had to do it.
Max Texas. Yeah, she's struggling, throwing a lot of pitches. Texas has a four-seam fastball, a slider, and a curveball. He's got a lot of velocity, Tommy.
Texas is, he's a lefty. He's got a nice delivery. First one comes in the ball, 1-1 on the count. That one's down the line, foul ball. Texas is coming into relief here. It's top of the fifth, 5-2 Booters. The second one's a ball. He's coming like a pitching machine. 2-1. That one gets it right to the first one to Joseph Trunk, who gets the third out. And the Buzzards are in trouble here, Pete.
Yeah, they're running out of innings. They're definitely bottom of the Borgnar, Emilio Iduya, and Max Texas coming in. Ratherswell's thrown 40 pitches with 2 strikeouts.
Now batting, number 28.
Borgnar 0 for 1 with a hitting 389 in the playoffs. Borgnar's got a little bit of power, but more of a contact. So everybody's normal. Everybody's playing normal, which is good. It's when they start playing Abby normal that bothers me. Ground ball to third base. Picks it up off the dirt, makes the throw to first for the first out. A quick first out in the bottom of the fifth. Emilio Iduya playing second base.
Oh, good attempt. But it's up the gap the right side, and it's a single.
It's single into right field.
Now batting,
Just out of the reach of the diving first baseman. Max Texas, the relief pitcher, has come in. First got teed.
Get him now. Come on.
Come on.
What the
That was
heck?
so close. Okay. Iduya has, once again, stole second base. So Texas stands in there with 0-1, 1-1. Bottom of the fifth. Freebooters with a 5-2 lead over the Buzzards in the first game of the finals. Strike 2. Texas watches that one go by. 1-2. Iduya standing at second. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's the second out of the inning. Ratherswell's third, I believe, of the game. Buttons Bunterson. 1 for 2 with a home run and an RBI. He's stepping in. Dangerous hitter. 2 outs. Bottom of the fifth. Bottom of the fifth. First pitch is outside for a ball. Second one's in the same place. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch out. 3-0. Intentional walk. Best thing to do for Bunterson, I think, at this point. He is just far too hot.
Center fielder.
Geronimo James, 1 for 2, a single and an RBI. He's hitting 400 in these playoffs. He's playing center field for the Buzzards. Fouled off along the first base line, out of play. Strike 1. Second offering by Ratherswell was a little low, 1-1. Fooled him completely, and he just was able to get a piece of it, but fouled it off along the first base line. 1-2, swung through it. Strike 3, big strikeout for Ratherswell.
Whew.
Let's hope he gets on a run, Tommy.
Oh, boy, I think it was a good move to walk that guy.
Yeah, it was. It was an excellent strategy. Coming up for the Freebooters, Walker runs, Jermaine Raines, and Kent Ratherswell. As we hit to the top of the sixth, Walker runs is 1 for 2 with a single. He's hitting 440 in the playoffs with 2 home runs. Shot to the first baseman, picks it up on takes it himself for the first out.
Now batting, number
Jermaine Raines, 1 for
Jermaine
1
Raines
today.
is 1 for 1 with a single.
He's hitting 200 in the playoffs. Raines looking to redeem himself after being out of the last game, but he hit that one right to the shortstop, Bunterson. Was a deterrent for 2 quick outs, 2 hits, 2 outs.
59, the pitch.
Ken Ratherswell's 0 for 2 on the day. He's hitting 333 though this postseason. First offering from Texas is down the middle for a strike. Second one's high. Once again, these Buzzard pitchers come fast and furious. 2-1. With 2 outs, top of the sixth. Swing and fouled off along the third baseline. 2-2.
Oh.
Strike 3 on a high inside pitch. Umpire thought it was good. We're called third. Coming up for the Buzzards, Joseph Trunk, Mario Mustachio, and Jacques Oftan. I just like saying Jacques Oftan. Rather well thrown 54 pitches. I didn't see the strikeouts. I think he's up around 4. Joseph Trunk's 0 for 2 on the day.
118. Trunk is rattled. He's normally a contact hitter, and he's okay still. Even rattled, Trunk could do damage. So that one's a little bit inside there. He's got half of his stamina does that as well. He's throwing his 56th pitch right here on the release. That one is hit to left field, and he's going back, and he can't quite get to it. And he's going to have to go. They're going to have to try and keep him from going to 3. And he's running, and they missed. They missed the. I thought he was going to stop at second.
Number 29, the third.
A triple.
He saw the. Okay.
All right. That one's a curveball in there, ball 1. They've got runner at third base, no outs. That one's in there. He hits it hard left. Now, he is a power hitter. So they got to be a little bit careful here. But fools him that one inside. The outfield's playing deep on this one. 2-1 the count. That is well throwing his 60th pitch. Nice curve in there. Strike 2. It's a low pressure situation. Bottom of the 6th, 5-2 Booters. Ball 3 outside. No outs yet. The outfield's playing deep. He hits that one right back to the mound, and they're going to hold him at third and get the out, first out.
Now batting, number 23, the catcher.
Jacques Often is 0 for 2, hitting 214. He's a power hitter, so you got to be careful. You want to put some movement on the ball, probably, this rather as well. He's closing in. He's in at 60. He pops that one up on the left side underneath it. His gun's Jackman. He's going to catch it, no problem. Keeps an eye on third base there. 2 down. Only one more to go, PJ.
Number 14, the right fielder.
Spitz McKinney 0 for 2. He's a good contact hitter, so he doesn't want to put this anywhere really close into that strike zone. That one he curves in there. That's going to land in the gap, and they're going to get another run out of it. And he's going to get 2 off that one, a double. Another run, 5-3 Buzzards. Booters are Buzzards.
Number 28, the left fielder.
Alf Borgner's 0 for 2, hitting 368. He is locked in, and he's a contact hitter. Again, he doesn't want to put it right down the middle, but he does. Fools him on strikes in there. 0-1 the count. Rather as well as running out of some stamina. He's throwing a 66th pitch here. That one's a curve in there, strike 2. He wants to get out of this inning pretty quick, although he might not want to pitch him 1, 2, 3. We'll see. But he's going to deliver. He gets his signal and delivers. Curveball gets him swinging and gets that third out. Way to get out of that inning. It was looking a little dangerous for a minute there.
Yes. Brandiswell once again, though, he finds it in the tank.
He does.
Top of the 7th, Patience Evergreen 0 for 3 on the day. Sturdy Woodman 2 for 3 with a double, and somebody else hit something.
Guns
Patience
Jackman's
Evergreen
2
0
for
for 3.
3.
She's hitting 208 in the playoffs.
She is. We're waiting to see her really turn things around here. There's a shot to the shortstop. Bunterson picks up and gets her out. 1 down.
Same problem.
Now batting,
Sturdy Woodman 2 for 3 double single, hitting .517 in the playoffs with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. Texas swing and miss. Strike 1. Outside, ball 1. This is Texas's 15th pitch here for a ball. 2-1. 1 out top of the 7th. Swing and a miss. 2-2 evens up the count. Texas inside. 3-2 full count. Top of the 7th. Freebooters with a ball 4. Texas walked.
Texas loses a little bit on his edge there.
Number 27, the shortstop.
Guns Jackman strolls to the plate. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He's got Woodman on first base. That one's outside for ball 1, and Texas is having a hard time putting in the zone here. That one's in there, and he cranks it, but jumping grab Bunterson for the second out. Way to go, Buzzards.
Number 30.
That was a heck of a play by the shortstop. Stockton Brickhouse 2 for 3. Man on first with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Top of the 7th. Booters with a 5-3 lead. Whoa. Inside. Ball 1. 1-1. Ball 2. 2-1. Ball 3. 3-1.
He's going for the steal. Will he get there?
No.
Oh, and they got him out at second base. Caught stealing. 3 down.
Caught. Coming up at the bottom of the 7th, Emilio Iduya, Max Texas Buttons Bunterson. And rather well thrown up 67 pitches with 5 strikeouts.
Now batting, number
We may want to
second baseman.
get a reliever in here. What do you think of that? I mean, we're in the
Emilio
finals.
Iduya.
Yeah,
Okay, he's at 67. Oh, Tommy G's concerned. Okay.
Probably that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let's see. I'm trying to think of. So it's stamina. It looks like Maverick McMahon may be coming in relief here. Right-handed
Okay.
pitcher. McMahon
Pitching, number
has the
28.
four-finger, the curveball, and the slider going for him.
That's it. This sports moment was brought to you by Steel Sports Briefs.
That sounds awful.
Yes, that one's a little outside. Ball 1, 1-0. Bottom of the 7th. Freebooters holding on to that 5-3 lead. That one's in there for a strike. Iduya watched it go by. Iduya's been a pretty dangerous hitter today, Tommy.
It has.
Ooh, over to the pitcher. Picks it up and makes the throw to first to retire
Now batting,
Iduya.
number 4, the pitcher.
1 out. Top of the 7th. Max Texas, the relief pitcher, is going to be relieved of duty. And Ham Slamis. That's right. I said Ham Slamis is coming into the game. Okay. He's a little bit of a. He's got a little bit of power, but he's on the whole, he's a average contact hitter with some speed. So
He doesn't like you making fun of him there. Look at his face.
no, he does not. Mr. and Mrs. Slamis, I'm sure of their little boy. Strike 2. Slamis is going to have to get that bat off his shoulder, if that is a bat. I'm not sure. 0-2 swing and a miss. Slamis was a complete waste of time, but he brought us plenty of laughs. So,
69, the short.
oh God, I love the names. I just do. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Buttons Bunterson, the ever dangerous Buttons Bunterson, steps in. First offerings outside for a ball. 1-0. In there for a strike. 1-1. 2 outs. Bunterson. It's ball 2. A little low. Low. Ball 2. 2-1. Popped it up. And Jackman is underneath it, the shortstop, and he makes the catch to show left field. Ham Slamis is being replaced by Leela Buckberger, the closing pitcher. Leela Buckberger, the closing pitcher. She's got a 4-seam fastball and a curveball.
And she's tense.
She is. It's top of the 8th. Stockton Brickhouse 2 for 3. Murky Nubs Ovals 1 for 3, and Bad Hop Brown 1 for 3 with a homer. Layla Buckberger's got an ERA of 13.50 time.
I'm not sure what they're thinking on
Now
this
batting,
switch here.
number 30, the center
Stockton
fielder.
Brickhouse 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI.
Stockton is locked in. He can do power or contact. The first one's outside for ball 1. Stockton cranks it to left side to
Yeah.
Bunterson at shortstop, who gets him out first for the first one.
Now batting, number 4.
Murky
the right
Nubs
fielder.
Ovals 1 for 3 on a day, a single and an RBI. He's hitting .417 in the playoffs. Ovals fouls that off along the third baseline. Watches the second one come in for a second strike. Swing and fouled that off and out of play along the third baseline. A shot into center field. The center fielder Geronimo James is able to chase it down,
Number
bring it in.
25, the third
Bad Hop
baseman.
Brown 1 for 3, 2 RBIs and .462 in the playoffs. Bad Hop's hoping to get on base here, get something going in the top of the 8th inning here. 5-3 Booters. A ball and a strike, 1 apiece there. Third pitch, inside corner, strike 2. Bad Hop's looking for that right pitch. He gets it, pulls it left, foul. 1-2. He's behind in the count. That one's on the outside corner. He pulls that to the left side. Mario Mustachio at third base, who gets him out for the third. To end the first half.
That's it. Bottom of the 8th. Geronimo James 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Joseph Trunk 1 for 3 with a triple. And Mario Mustachio is 0 for Man's throwing 10 pitches with 1 strikeout. He's got an itchy butt.
Number 13, the center fielder.
Geronimo James.
Gotta get
One for 3 on the day. He is a contact hitter. Not much power, but he's got good contact. So he wanted to put this one outside the strike zone. And he does. That one goes up and couldn't. I keep hitting the wrong button. Raines couldn't pick it up back there. Foul ball. And there you go. That one's outside corner. Dives to get it.
There it is.
And is he going to get him? No. He's
No.
too quick. Beats it out. Infield
Now
single.
batting number 42, the first baseman.
Joseph Trunk 1 for 3, the triple, hitting 167. It's a high-pressure situation here for Maverick McMahon, who's throwing his 13th pitch. Trunk is even a strike one, puts a curve in there. There's good speed at first base, so he's watching the guy at first. Pitch comes inside, strike 2. He's quickly heading to count 1-2. Raines is getting ready to throw him out if they do something. Curveball in there again. He tips it off the wall. Foul ball again. Still ahead in the count. 0-2. No outs. Bottom of the 8th. 5-3 Freebooters. That one gets him chasing an outside slider. Strike 3 for out number 1.
Now batting number 29,
Mario
the third
Mustachio,
baseman.
the third base, strolls to the plate. He's 0 for 3, but he's hitting .333 in the playoffs. He's a power and contact hitter, so he could turn things around. McMahon's got to be careful throwing to him. Gets that one in there, drops the bottom out for a strike, low. 0-1 the count. Still a high-pressure situation. Fools him on the inside corner. He's ahead in the count, 0-2. We're going to see if he pitches to him or if he plays with him here. And he goes inside, but that's going to be popped up into the stratosphere. Guns Jackman's tracking underneath it. It's going to be fine. He waves him off. Pulls it in for the second out. Leaving the runner stranded at first. 1 more to go.
Now batting number 23, the catcher.
Jacques off 10, 0 for 3, hitting 200 in the playoffs. Off 10 is a power hitter. So he's want to put movement on the ball here. And he gets that one high and inside. That's going to get through just past him. And they're going to try. He's going for third, and he's going to make it. Runners at the corners. He gets 2 bases.
Now
Outfield
batting
single.
number 14,
Extreme
the right
pressure
fielder.
situation. As Spitz McKinney comes up, he's 1 for 3, hitting 333. The Booters got to get out of this inning. He puts movement on the ball there, inside corner. Ball 1, 1-0 the count. Runners at first and third. Bottom of the 8th, 5-3 Booters. He's going for. Oh, he pops that one up deep to center field. It's going back underneath it, and Stockton Brickhouse pulls it in near the warning track for the third out. Ooh.
Coming up in the top of the 9th, Walker runs, Jermaine Raines, and Maverick McMahon. Layla Buckberger's thrown 11 pitches, and she's brought her ERA down to 9.
Now batting
Freebooters had
number
10 hits,
23,
but only
the
5
second
runs. Once
baseman.
again, they're doubling the amount of hits to runs. Walker runs, steps in. Smash, foul along the third base line. Fouled off along the first base line. 0-2. It's in the air, into foul territory along the right field line. Oh, and the right fielder's able to trace it down for the first out.
Number
Makes the
13,
catch in foul territory. 1 for 2, Jermaine Raines with a single.
Jermaine Raines. Buckberger's losing a lot of her accuracy here. She's only thrown 15 pitches, throwing her 16th pitch here like a pitching machine.
Oh,
he hits that one, but straight to the second base. Udoya picks it up,
now
2 down.
batting number 28, the
Maverick
pitcher.
McMahon does not have a batting average in the playoffs. He has not been at bat. So watch this first one go by. Strike 1. Smash to the shortstop, who picks it out of the air for the third out. Coming up out of the 9th, Ralph Borgnar 0 for 3, Emilio Iduya 2 for 3, and Layla Buckberger first at bat, but I don't think she's going to actually see time in the batter's box.
Booters could win this. They
Freebooters
get out of this
holding
half.
Batting number
Sorry.
28,
5-3
the left
lead.
fielder.
Should we let Maverick McMahon keep pitching, or should we bring in the closer?
What do you think?
Oh, you're pitching.
Frequent?
How many? He's throwing 22. Why don't we go with the closer? She'll be fresh, hopefully.
Number 40.
And she's got 2 saves, so hopefully this will just add to her
She does.
her stats. She's got a 2-finger fastball and a screwball.
Yeah, she's a lefty
That-
throwing to a lefty too, which helps.
Yeah. Oh, you're waiting on me.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, Kate Frequin comes in. Strike. 0-1 against Borgnar. He's playing left field for the Buzzards. He fouls that off along the first base line. He's in the hole 0-2, bottom of the ninth. Inside, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Borgnar down on four pitches. No, 3 pitches. Some pitches. He went down on some pitches.
A certain number of whoa, bless you, Frequent.
Whoa, yeah, that's the thing. Emilio Iduya, the second baseman again. He's done a little damage today. He grounds one to the first baseman, takes him to himself for the second out.
1 out away, PJ.
Number 19.
From the first round victory, Layla Buckberger stands in, but as I mentioned, she's going to be pulled for Helena Bigsby. Helena Bixby is a contact hitter who can hit with some power. So Frequent's going to have to be careful here as she faces off against Helena Bigsby. First offering's a little low, ball 1. 1-0. Out. Inside, too high. I'm sorry, you could hear the umpire. Too high, 2-0. 2 outs. Frequent. Afraid to bring it into her. 3-0. That one's in there. 3-1. Bigsby watched that one sail by, hoping for the easy walk. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Full count. 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. Freebooters with a 5-3 lead. Bigsby fouled that off along the third baseline. 3-2.
Uh-oh.
Hot smash into left field. Out of here for a home run. Bigsby went yard. It's 425 feet. That's Bigsby's first home run and first RBI of the playoffs. Cut the lead to 1, and we're looking at Buttons Bunterson. 1 for 3, a home run, a walk, and a stolen base. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, nobody on base. Shot to the second baseman who catches it on the fly for the victory. Freebooters take the first game of the finals.
Holy cannoli. Wow, that was
my
close.
Goodness. It's a lifetime supply of steel sports shorts. That was a close one.
I gotta clean my pants out.
Lots of Freebooter fans in the stands there, Tommy. I think they travel well.
They do, all the way out to the West Coast. Well, the Booters, it was close game. What a close game. Again, I said this is going to be tough baseball all the way. 10 hits to 9 hits, 1 error there by the Buzzards. But look at that string out. I mean, it was kept close. The Booters got a little bit ahead in the 5th inning, but the Buzzards started to inch back and were that close to tying this thing up.
Yeah. Neither team had really big innings. The Freebooters, again, were able to have put together two-run innings, but it's going to be tight. This is not going to be a walk in the park, that's for sure.
No, it isn't.
But I liked what I saw.
Yes, yeah. The Booters got one home run out of here. Bad Hop Brown took one out. He was 1 for 4. It looked like there. We got 2 RBIs. So was that a 2-run homer I got? It was a 2-run because they were down 1-0 and he put us in the lead on that one early one there.
Yeah, with one swing of the bat, not only did he erase their advantage, but he gave us one. So we went up immediately. I didn't like that last game against the Moonstars, where we went. They scored first, and then the Freebooters wound up running up a 4-run inning, I think, or something to put us ahead. So they respond very quickly, which is good.
What I don't like seeing is Evergreen 0 for 4 and Brickhouse 0 for 4.
Yeah, and Jermaine Raines again.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, 0 for 4.
1 for 3.
Brickhouse is 2 for 4. So he's okay.
2 for 4.
Yeah, but Evergreen 0 for 4.
Yeah, so he's 500, and he had an RBI. So one of those hits, he was able to drive home. Was able to drive in a run. So, but Jermaine Raines seems he's still struggling. I think Evergreen. For me, if I'm going to be honest, I'm going to step out for a minute. I was swinging at the first pitch with her, and I don't know why. Everybody else, I was waiting. I was I don't know if it's because of the season she had that I was just expecting. The ball looked like it was there, and I thought for sure she'd be able to drive it, and I was swinging at first pitches, so that was my fault, not hers.
On the mound, Rathers well with the win. He's 6 innings pitched, 6 hits off him, 3 earned runs, 1 base on balls, and 5 strikeouts with a home run dinger off him. His ERA rests at 3. He's 2-0 in the playoffs here. Rathers well has played his last game for the Booters this season, and I think he can hang his hat.
I think so. He did a yeoman's job, especially in the playoffs, where we talked about it in the last game. He's the one that really kind of lit a fire under the pitching staff. He came out and had that 13 strikeout game, and then the next 3 games after that, the pitchers were just like it, lights out. Verde, Noel, all of them just racking up the Ks. And he stopped the whole thing. So
Yeah,
he's had a heck of a season.
Yeah, even though Frequent got a home run off her, her ERA is only 3.38, and it's her 3rd save in the playoffs. We're going to see her again, probably.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, and then much like everybody else, you want to keep building those stats because the more confident they get, the harder they are to hit. That's for sure. I'm gonna copyright that.
On the Buzzards over there, Bubkins gets her first loss. That is the first loss for the Buzzards of the playoffs. They have won every game thus far. Bubkins got 4 earned runs off her, one of them a home run, and it wasn't great pitching by the Buzzards today. They didn't get the pitching they've been used to, and it doesn't look like they're going to go for a sweep. Or they're not going to get a sweep, and now they need to come back and win 2 straight to pull this thing out.
Yeah, they're going to have to win 2 in a row, and they're going to have to do it in Freebooters old El Viejo Stadium, which is where the next game will be. So they're going to be in the unfriendly confines for the next one. So
it is. The Booters have a chance to actually wrap this thing up on home field. That's nice to always have that. 3 stars of the game, PJ. Start us off with the first.
The first star of the game is from the Freebooters, good old number 25, the third baseman, Bad Hop Brown. He was 1 for 4 on the day, but he hit a big home run that gave them the lead, and they never looked back. He had 2 RBIs and scored a run himself.
He did. Coming in close second is Buttons Bunterson. He was also 1 for 4 with a home run. The 1 RBI and the 1 run. The only difference was his home run was a single home run, whereas Brown's was a 2-run dinger.
Right. And closing out the 3 stars of the game, Helena Bigsby. She came in the bottom of the 9th to try and generate something. She was 1 for 1. She hit a home run. She got the RBI and scored the run. So she made it more interesting, that's for sure, Tom.
Yeah, she fulfilled her contract. They put her in, and she did exactly what they wanted from her. It just wasn't enough, a little too late. That's pretty even there. I like that.
Yeah. You got 5 strikeouts. I got 3. You got a great catch. I tried a couple and I missed. I kept missing. And then I got the only home run. So.
There we go. Throwing it back to the post-game show. This will be kind of a quick one, but it's good to jump out to the lead there. The Freebooters get that first game on the road. Now they just got to win 1 of the next 2, and they're not gonna want this thing to drag out as much as they'd like to go all 9. They don't want to chance it. I think they want to try and win this one in front of their home crowd.
I agree. I would rather not have to come back to Socorro Field. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. I would much rather win this.
Sure. I've heard that before. That's for sure. That's the matchup on the mound is going to be Erlang Elwood's going to come in here. He's playing in his top game. He's got okay junk velocity and accuracy. He's 0-0 in the playoffs. He's got a 1.17 ERA. He's going to hope to turn things around for the Buzzards, and he's going to face off against Lana Rhymes, who's a right-handed pitcher. She doesn't have much velocity, but she's got a ton of junk. She can really move that ball, and she can put it right where she needs to. She's got a 4.5 ERA, but she's done well in the playoffs thus far.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she's done well. Like I said, she has not earned a decision yet in the playoffs, but I know she's pitched well for us. We're just going to have to get some offense behind her and a little bit of better defense. I thought we could have tightened up the defense a little bit in this game, but as long as we play Freebooters game, I know we're going to win. So.
Mm-hmm. Notable players now for the Buzzards are B. Bunterson, the shortstop, who we saw do well today. He's locked in. He's hitting 381 average. He's got a home run, which we saw him get today. M. Mustachio, the third baseman, he's hitting 316 with a home run. And Jay Off 10, who's a power hitter, he's hitting 250. He's not doing quite as well back there behind the plate, so I think we'll see him in there. I don't know who their backup is, but what to see.
Yeah, he didn't have a very good day at the plate either, and that's another kind of modus operandi for the Freebooters is that they kind of chisel away. So teams come in, and they're playing pretty well, and then the Freebooters do a pretty good job of taking the bat out of their hands, so that if there is a third game, by the time they get there, almost all of their hitters are just hitting so poorly. You know, everybody's tense because. Like we said, with Ratherswell and Verde and the rest just racking up double-digit strikeouts. The opposing hitters have had trouble against our pitching staff. So,
what could you say about the Freebooters' notable players?
The Freebooters' notable players is they're notable. They're very notable.
Take note, because they're going places.
That's right. Why are they on this team? They're so notable. They should be playing for a better team. No. Stockton Brickhouse in center field, 370. He's playing better than he has in his Guns Jackman. It's social studies. Shortstop. I'm getting giddy. Guns Jackman at shortstop is hitting 367 with 2 home runs, and then Stockton Woodman at first base, 517 with 2 home runs, and he didn't really do much today. Well, I think he got a couple of doubles, didn't he?
Oh, it's possible. Yeah, I think he got out there. Yeah.
So he's putting the ball in play, and he's getting around the bases. And it's funny that the home run comes from Bad Hop Brown. You know.
Yeah.
So the go-ahead home run was hit by Bad Hop Brown, who also, for the most part, has been a stalwart. He's not fast on the base pass, but he can get your base runner. A single, when you need it, get somebody on base just to get things going.
If you look down there in the lower left, Bad Hop Brown's leading the league in the playoffs for home runs. He's got 3 with Jose Carloco and Gustav Gustafsson. And Bad Hop Brown also has the leading league in RBIs. He's got 8 in the playoffs.
8. Yeah, I just saw.
He's not even one of our notable players.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. Is like you say, Bad Hop Brown is leading with 3 home runs. And 8 runs batted in.
Sturdy Woodman's third in on-base percentage. He's second in slugging percentage. Bad Hop Brown's 5th on there for slugging percentage. Sturdy Woodman's got 8 runs. Bad Hop's got 6. Guns Jackman's up there for 5. Just running down some of them other guys. Looking at the league. Stolen bases, Walker runs. It's tied up with Bunterson. Each of these 2 teams have a stolen base lead in the playoffs here so far.
Holy cow!
ERAs though, those are mostly zeros. Nobody there.
I'm looking at extra base hits though.
Yeah.
Number 1 is Sturdy Woodman with 9, and then right behind him, Bad Hop Brown with 5, and you're like, he's not even that fast.
I'm still looking at this front page as I scroll through these wins for pitching. Kent Ratherswell's got 2. Angel Verde, Winnie Noel, Grace Luponovich. 4 out of the top 5 are all Freebooters for pitching with saves. Kay Frequent's got 3. She's got the most.
Yep. Earned run average. We got Winnie Noel with 1.5. Although I don't think she's going to see time, is she?
Angel Verde and Kent Ratherswell both have 18 strikeouts. Winnie Noel 16. The next is 10. 18, 18, 16, and then 10. Unbelievable.
And Maverick McMahon and Steamboat Wassell, who are relief pitchers, have 8 and 9. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, My goodness.
Well, we're going to wrap this up here then for this game, and it's a great Freebooters win. Again, now they're actually one game from winning the whole thing. They could wrap it up at home. We hope to see them do it. We're looking forward to that game. We're going to be back there in Florida for that next one. Until then, this is Tommy G saying goodbye with Pete, with
PJ.
And what are you saying?
I'm saying, what am I saying?
Yeah,
I'm
what
saying,
is-
get out of here.
I knew you were going to say that. It never gets old. It never.
I hope not.
I
Otherwise, they'll kick me out of the Las Idiotas.
That's for sure. Right, we are Las Idiotas. That sank in at one point. It's like, well, who else would that be? We're the commentators.
Right.
It's I'm the short one, you're the tall one.
And we wear it with pride.
Right.
We're gonna have to get
I am
Freebooter. Yeah, Freebooters jerseys with Las Idiotas on the back.
5'10". All right. Good night, folks.